Hi, welcome to Easy Reading Math, where the math makes sense. It's not just a bunch of numbers. In this video, what I wanted to talk about is, as you can see right here, I have an example of a worksheet that I would give to my classroom. Right away, you're going to notice some things about the worksheet. It's not one thing. They're not working on one particular topic. Matter of fact, this worksheet is going to be front and back, and they're going to have about 9 different topics that they'll discuss in this particular worksheet that they want to can get familiar with. Now, the first thing we have is just some basic graphing. As you can see, 1A right there is just some graphing over 2 up 6. Simple stuff, -3 down 2. Easy to do. We're just going to go ahead and plot those points. Then I also have some linear graphing up there where they're going to go ahead and start with their y-intercept. Then we're going to go with the slope. The first one we see is up 3 over 4. So we'll put a point there at the -2, go up 3 over 4. And the next one, again, another graphing problem, another graphing linear equation. But as you'll see, we'll start at the 3, go down 3 to the right 1. Always go down to the right or up to the right. Graphing takes a while for them to get. They don't just start graphing right away. That's okay because I have all year to teach this. I might start with this one even early in the school year. All right. The next thing that I have are those circles, the wonderful, beautiful circles. We love these. Now, circles are great because I'm going to go R, D, C, A, radius, diameter, circumference, area. And as you've seen in my circle videos, I start with halfway through the circle, all the way through the circle, distance around the circle, then how big the circle is, how much space it takes up. Take a look at 2C there, where I actually put 7x in there. So when we can put different things in our radius for our circle, doubling those types of numbers, talking about the difference of those, we get lots of different practice with different things in these circles. When you get to D, I start off with the diameter, and E, I start off with the area, and we actually have to work backwards, taking the square root of 144x squared. Again, we always use it with pi. It's not too hard for them to go back and understand that they're going to have to multiply that by 3.14 later on. So not a big deal there. Just going to go ahead and write. Whenever we write our area, it will be pi. For instance, first one A could be 5, 10, 10 pi, then 25 pi. All right. And at the end, we have some practicing area and perimeter. We like to practice a lot of those, the shapes. You're going to need your stencil. You want to get yourself, this is actually not one that I use. I picked this one up from the store, but your stencil, I can make circles with this one, rectangles. I'd have to do some work to make my triangles with this, but this helps you make your shapes on your sheet. Again, on your sheet, you can include what you're supposed to be working on. And this week, this video is really a lot more for teachers. If you're a student learning math and you've clicked on this video, that's fine. Take a look at the sheet, see if you can do all the things on the sheet. It's a good practice thing to do. You practice different concepts. But for teachers, we want to teach multiple things at a time, not just one thing. I can include the week's lesson or where I should be in my planning throughout the year. I can always include that in the sheet, but I also want to work on these. This is our interleaving concept. All right. On the next side, what I have are some sequences. I like to do these, especially when students have trouble multiplying. Again, this particular sheet is really for pre-algebra. You're still going to have a lot of kids that aren't comfortable multiplying. So I just have these patterns there, and they just have to find the patterns, go through, and fill in the blanks. Next, we have some changing fractions to mixed numbers by dividing. Not a big deal. Always want to be practicing fractions. Changing a mixed number, rather, back into a fraction or an improper fraction by multiplying. So we're going dividing and multiplying. Then we have some volume. Our concept for volume is always 3 things multiplying, like we have our cube. First one, 7a there, is 7 times 7 times 7. Then we have a 3 times 6. And then want to think of that as being stacked up 12 times. So 3 times 6 is 18. Stacked up 12 times in a row. That's 12 times 18. We have our volume. 9 times 9 times 9. And then we'll do the same thing with D. We'll start off with the 3 by 5. 15 at the top, stacked up 9 times. 9 times 15. We'll get our volume there, which is going to be 135 units cubed. All right. Number 8, as you look further down the worksheet, I have some exponents. We want to review those rules. We know when we multiply exponents, we actually add our exponential number. So we're going to practice that a little bit. When we evaluate those, we're not getting an actual numeric answer for any of them. We're keeping the base the same and just adding the exponents. The last one is just a simple question. How many 1/4 fit into 7? So this is a more number sense problem. We want to be able to do problems like this with our students so that they can just have a good idea of number sense and how fractions fit into numbers and what they really mean. So I'm probably going to do a lot of these videos with just different worksheets so that you can get an idea of how to approach teaching a whole math lesson for your students. Do this regularly. Don't just teach one thing. It's a concept called interleaving that we've talked about before. We want to see those connections in math, and we do that by teaching multiple subjects in one day. All right. Thank you. I'll show you a lot of different sheets that you can use in your classroom. Hopefully, you'll get something out of it. And thank you for listening.